Hey everybody, it's Stick Vet, your friendly neighborhood veteran, and this is part 2 of the Warriors Reflection series. I would move through the physical world in a different manner. If you were 100 pieces of self, as if you're like a human puzzle, and each piece is an aspect of who you are, how many pieces from before your military experience do you still have? For most, it changes almost every aspect of your being to the point that it dictates everything you do. Even how you walk around, how you observe your surroundings, not just hands out of your pockets and all that jazz, but that's part of it, but to walk as a warrior. I was a mental health specialist in the Army, where all this comes from. One of the most unusual parts of the military experience for the few of us that have that job was the beginning of schooling. One of the first parts I learned was about soldiers as a population group and how they are different from the norm due to the psychological manipulation that goes on in training and how it's reinforced in military culture. Like, I just went through basic training and then I'm learning exactly how I was just manipulated and changed. It was a quick chapter. And we moved on, but it was always stuck out in my mind. Imagine eating your first hot dog, a very American experience. And then while you're still digesting, you start your first job at a hot dog factory. I was immediately disillusioned. And as training went on, I came to understand that I wasn't learning how to guide and heal as a counselor. I was learning how to keep soldiers in the fight. Specifically, how to reinforce a predatory mindset. And that indeed became much of the job, for a warrior is one who moves through the world as a predator. And it's necessary for being capable and good warrior that survives the war. So there's this conflict within the veteran. His behavior was used to be a capable warrior and is a mindset that is proven useful as a survival mechanism. There's this like automatic thought pattern that is very common of why would I get rid of something that's kept me alive? I still need to protect myself and my loved ones. But in reality, the longer you move through the physical world as a predator, you will cause pain to those you love. You will see them as your enemy. Later it says, I will see dangers in the kindness and concern of my relatives and friends. So we will later discuss this perception of others more deeply. But for now, let's break down which belief structures are linked to this predatory mindset. Predator and prey. You know, in my comics, I draw the demons that veterans deal with, and I draw predator and prey the same. They are both serpentine demonic entities, but they are color different, but they're a mirror of each other. You've probably heard of a victim mindset, someone that always plays the victim. This mentality parallels predator mentality. Just like the victim will take any situation and change the narrative so they are the victim, a predator can take any situation and turn it into a fight that they can win. Prey sees everyone as out to get them. Predator sees everyone as a potential enemy. Both have a delusional perceptions of other people because every situation has to fit into this narrative, skewing from the truth. So these mindsets are based in two belief structures. Your perception of others' intentions, and your perception of your role in any situation. So cleansing the predatory mindset starts with letting go of your need for an enemy. It's a cleansing of your protections to allow you to be open to others. And as I say, open to others, if you heard a threat assessment red flag thought in your mind about the dangers of being vulnerable to other people, You have a need for an enemy. And that's your demon talking. That's why I draw them that way. As soon as you want to test, just say the words in context to absolutely nothing. I am a vulnerable man. And you will hear these thoughts rise up in your brain about how you should never say that again. Get to know that voice. Get to know that voice. It's something separate than you. Time to gain dominance over this demon. Now, I've described the extremes of this, but with everything, there's a middle ground. When I was facing this cleansing, I was deep into music that guided my path. That's how I am. I've learned that I can use music to keep me on top of my disciplines of growth and healing. You know, this is a little bit true with everybody. You start playing workout music in the morning, you might actually work out. Whereas sometimes that music, you play chill, lazy music in the morning, you might not get anything done. I think it's true with everybody. And so I use it as a tool. And during this time, I was into a band called Medicine for the People. And I heard this lyric. It was one of those times you hear a song and you listen to it on repeat for a while because it's hitting you. And it was this one lyric that summed up this part of the path that I was going through. The song is Warrior People by Nako Bear. The line is, I will learn to be peaceful, but I keep a knife at my side. I will pray for compassion. Whoa, but if war comes to my door, you know I will be blasting my warrior mentality. It's my responsibility. I will learn to be peaceful, but I keep a knife at my side. This is a big lesson. Not everything that you let go of do you lose. You holster your metaphorical weapon and stop pulling it out in every situation. Doesn't mean you're unarmed and vulnerable. It means you're open to not needing to be a warrior. Do I still walk like an observant warrior when I'm in a sketchy area? Sure. Duh. I can turn it on. But when I'm walking through the park with my kids, they don't need a warrior to protect them. They need a dad. And being the warrior for the sake of protecting them would rob them of the father I know I could be and the father that I am now. Open. This is Stick Vet, signing off.